Hello everyone and welcome to this guitar lesson. In this lesson we're going to talk about my arrangement of the song Penny Lane by the Beatles, and it's written by the great Paul McCartney. And I got inspired from one of my Swedish guitar friends, Erik Söderlind, who is one of the greatest jazz guitar players in this country, Sweden. And he made an album playing McCartney songs, and I listened to his version of Penny Lane, and he played it as a ballad, kind of jazz ballad. And I got so inspired from that, so I just thought I'd make my own version, and I released it on social media and people liked it, so I thought I'll make a lesson here on the ProGuitar YouTube channel for you. If you haven't seen the performance of the song, I'm going to play it a little bit here for you, but you can also click the link in the description of this video. You can see the whole performance of Penny Lane. Here you go. I really hope you liked my version of Penny Lane. We're going to dive right into it. I'm going to explain how I actually play this arrangement. So I put it in the key of E major. I think the original is in the key of B major. I think Eric, my friend, played it in the key of C, I think, or maybe G major. And I wanted to play it in E because I can use all these open strings. Everything rings together, and that's what I wanted. And I wanted to start it off as a ballad, kind of like a soft tune, because it has such a beautiful melody, and then kind of take it in and to in tempo and play the bass line and everything that Paul McCartney plays so beautiful. I love the bass sound on this track. So here we go. Here is Penny Lane. I started off very soft, and I play this. So it's pretty simple. It sounds pretty simple, but it is actually a lot going on because I'm playing open strings. I want the notes to ring together. So I'm starting off with this B note on the 9th fret here on the D string, and then open E, and then I play the index finger here on the 7th fret. So it's like, and then I do hammer on with my pinky here on the 9th fret of the B string. So pull off, and then open E. So you see it rings together. After I've done that part, I go down here to play the 4th fret of the B string here, which is the D sharp. So after I play that note with my index finger, I use my thumb to play the G sharp in the bass here, and I play this. Everything still rings together, and that's open E, B string, pinky here on the 6th fret of the G string, and then open B. I release my index finger to get that open B note. So and then I play this A chord. So I kind of make a roll, open A, and that's the major 3rd here on the 6th fret of the G string. So, and then open B, and then this shape, which is an A chord with the C sharp in the bass. It's just actually these two notes, this note, A, and then C sharp here on the 4th fret of the A string. So, and since that open B note is open, that means it can keep ringing. You get the effect of the sustain pedal from the piano, you know, on the piano. So we get this sound. Here is the whole thing, the first part. Okay. After I've done that, I do this again, and I do the same thing. But this time I don't move down here for the D sharp, I play it here. So on the 8th fret of the G string. And then I play this. So I play this note here, and I play the open E at the same time. Open B, C sharp, and then open E. So everything rings together. I do it again. And then it's an E minor chord. And I use the second finger on the D note here, on the 3rd fret of the B string, and I get this chord, which is a really nice E minor kind of 11 sound. So E, and then I bar with my second finger here. I get the 2nd fret on the A string, pinky here on the 5th fret of the D string, bar here, A note, and then 3rd fret, and then 2nd fret on the E string. So this is a E minor 11, beautiful chord. So the song actually, I'll play that part again. And then I do this roll. You don't have to do that, you can just play the chord. But the roll is like this. I play the E note first, and then I play a roll on the high 4 strings like this. Thumb, index, middle, and ring. In a fast manner like this. And when I get to this high note, I go like this. So faster. Kind of like a harp, you know. Like that. So the song is very interesting because it starts off in major. And then goes into E minor, which is beautiful. And then after I play that chord, I go, which is a C sharp minor 7 flat 5. The melody goes like this, and then I play the 2nd finger here on the 8th fret, and I use my thumb. This is tricky if you have a wide neck on the guitar, but I use my thumb to get this shape, which is a C sharp minor 7 flat 5. You can also play it like this, but I play it like this because then I can use the open string. It feels easier for me. Open E, and then I play this shape, which is just a C major 7 shape, but I use my thumb. And then I do this little harmonic. I do this not harmonic, but I change the chord here to a C6. So it's C major 7 to C6. And you can pluck that however you want. It's free tempo, so you don't have to play the exact same, you know, way that I do here. It's just a matter of getting the chords. So C major 7 to C major 6, and then I play this. And that is just you can think of it as an E minor chord with B in the bass, and then open E, and then B major. I just play this like a stair chord, right? That's just a B major triad, but the E notes rings together. So, and then I do kind of like a sus, B sus, E, and then these 2 notes. That's the first section. So from the minor chord, I go That's it. And then we're back to major. Again, okay? So that's the first part. So after you've done the minor part, we go back to the melody again, like I said. So I'll do that next part, and it's a little bit different. The first part starts the same. When I get to this chord, I just do this bass line. So it's a chromatic movement from C sharp to B. So, and then open B, E, and back here. And now I do this. And this is a C sharp minor chord, and I just use this note here, B, index finger on the 6th fret of the G string and pinky on the 9th fret of the E string. And I play this. So the high 2 strings are open, and I get the melody like that. This is what takes time when making an arrangement. It's easy for me to find these notes and on the guitar, but it takes a little bit longer to play it in a musical way so that everything rings together, so it makes sense. Right? You want to get the sound of the notes ringing together. So that's why I use this shape. I could play it, but if I would play a standard C sharp minor, then I stop the rings from the notes from ringing together, right? This is nicer, I think. And then I play the E minor again, but I do it up here this time. And this is kind of like a G triad. G, B, and D, and E here. So this is an E minor. I keep the highest 2 notes open. But here I kind of play a minor lick, and it doesn't matter what lick you play, but I'll show you the one that I did in the take before. So again. And then here we go. What is that? Okay, so I go play the melody, and then I play the index finger here, play the low E string there, and then I do this lick. What is that? Well, it's a G major 7 arpeggio, which sounds like it's the same notes as an E minor add 9, so to speak. So I can do this. I'll show you slow. So I actually play it major 9 arpeggio, so it's kind of like an E minor 11 sound. So I'll do it again. And I roll. And then landing on the F sharp, which is the 9th of the minor chord, and then do harmonics on the 12 frets there while getting that to ring. So it sounds. I'll do it again. Okay, and then the melody goes. Same as before, actually. C sharp minor 7 flat 5, C major 6, and then same as before, kind of like B minor with E minor with B in the bass. You could also think of this as a minor 7 flat 5, right? But and then I change key. Or I should say, Paul McCartney changed key. So from E minor, he goes a whole step down. So this is a B major chord. Then he plays an A6 chord, which is the 5 chord of the new key that we're going to. So whenever you do a key change, remember you can always play the 5 chord of the new key that you're going to. So the A chord, that takes us to D, which is the new key that we're going to play. So remember, we played it in E major. Now we're going into D major, which means we do a key change a whole step down, which isn't that weird? But the thing is, the song sounds like it's lifting, it's going up. In my ears, it feels like something's happening there, and it just feels brighter, and it's such a beautiful key change. Listen to the key change. So we go, and then isn't that beautiful? Such a beautiful song. This is why I love Paul McCartney and the Beatles. It's just these kind of things happen all the time in their music, and it's always like, how did they come up with that? It's such a beautiful way of making a transition to the new section, which is the chorus in this case. So again, whole step down, I'll play this A6 shape, and once again I'm playing it with open strings. So it's just this shape, 7th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, and I play the A open, and I do this, and then play the G string, and then open E string. That's the melody. Taking us into the next section, which is, and I play this melody on the 2nd fret here, and I play this D shape, and then I play 6 intervals like this, just as simple. Okay, so, and then I play this note with my 3rd finger. This is important. This is a tricky chord if you haven't done it before. This is a D major 7 with the F sharp in the bass, which is the first inversion major 7 chord. So I play this note, and then I play the 2nd finger on the 4th fret of the D string. So, and then I play these 2 notes, which are a half step from each other. That's why it sounds beautiful. It's a nice chord shape. So I go like this. And then I lift up my ring finger and play the index finger barring the 3rd fret. And then I do this. And that's a typical, Tommy Emmanuel or Chet Atkins thing where I play. I do that all the time when I play. I think you've heard that if you've listened to my arrangement. I always do small trills like that, and it's just kind of playing the melody as a singer would sing it. So, and I play this, and I do this. So I play this shape, ring finger here on the 7th fret, index finger here, and I do this. And I do a hammer on, and then I slide up a half step, and then back real quick. Just a detail, but it makes sense in the arrangement. And then I play the 5th fret here, landing on the D note on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then play this chord, which is a G major 7 chord, and it looks like this. 4th fret here, and then open G. Okay, so I'll play that whole section. Still rubato, free tempo. And then I play this chord. This is a G sharp diminished voicing. Beatles didn't do that. So it's bar here, and then 4th fret and 4th fret on the G string as well, and bar here on my index. So, and then A11, which is kind of like a G triad, but with A in the bass. And then I'll just lower these 2 notes a half step down. And you can grab another voicing. You can use the pinky here instead. You get this. This is a tension chord. It's a A7, dominant 7, but it has a flat 9. That's why it sounds a little bit more intense, and I like that sound rather than I could play it as a dominant 7. That's okay, but this sounds more beautiful in my view. So, and then we go up to the melody here. Instead of playing it here this time, I go up here. And then I do this. So, and then these two. Same thing as before. And then I play this shape. So this is a kind of first inversion D major chord. So 9th fret, 7th, 10th fret. And I move this chord, move this index finger a half step down after I play it. So you get the major 7 there. Or it sounds like a F sharp minor chord, right? Going from major D to F sharp minor. You could say that I'm doing that actually. Or it could also be viewed as a major 7. And then I go move down in 6 intervals and then play these 2 notes and down to a regular G chord. Moving down the bass, open E up to an E minor 9 and then pinky here. That's the melody, and then I go into B major chord. And then we're back to the start again. So I'll do this really slow, that section. Up here. You can slide, right? Pinky here, melody, E minor 9, pinky here, and then I play this first inversion B major shape, which is 6th fret, 4th fret on the G string, pinky on the 7th fret on the B string, and then harmonic, which means I use my thumb to strike the string, use my index finger to play the harmonic 12 frets above this fretted note, which is here on the 6th fret, so this is up here. Playing this note with my thumb and index finger lightly touching the string here, 12 frets above this D sharp. So, and then I play an harmonic here on the 12 frets above this 7th fret, so up here, and play the B note. You get the B note, right? It's tricky to get that one, but it sounds like this. And that's the melody. And then you're done with that whole section. Okay? All right, a lot of things to take in. Of course, you have the right hand here, so you can see what I'm doing with my right hand. Remember, you can slow down the video on YouTube. Just slow down the tempo and you can figure out, go back and take one bar at a time because it's a lot to take in. So after all that, we're gonna play in tempo and we're gonna play a moving bass line. But I'll do the whole song up till then in a slow tempo first. Again. Again. Like that, and then we go into the melody. C major, C major 6, and then whole step down into D major. G major 7, G sharp diminished. And then we're in tempo, and it goes like this. So what is that? I'm doing this. So the bass line goes, and I'm playing the melody at the same time. So I start off here at the 6th interval, and it's a slide. So hammer on, and these two notes, and then I play the E string and the low E string here, and then I do like this. So just that part takes a while to get in your finger or feel comfortable playing, because it's a lot of open strings. Okay, I'll do that really slow. 7th fret, open E and index here. Right, so. Open A. Once again. And then open B. And then to this chord. And then I play that E minor shape, which is a G triad here with the open E. And here I kind of get into a groove. So after play a shuffle with my thumb there. I get that tap, 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 that feeling, right? So I'll do that again. Melody. Again. Same thing again. And then so I just play the same thing, but with a shuffle feeling. So, and you can play straight 8th notes there. It sounds pretty weird, but pretty cool. And then and break. And then I play the same thing as before, but in tempo, right? So, yeah. Strum. And the feeling here when I get to the G major chord, it's kind of that feeling with my right hand. Right? So slowly. Up here. And then I slow down, same thing as before. But then I do this. And that is a harp harmonic thing. Once again, I have a big lesson on that technique on the site called Harmonics Volume 2. Many people ask about that, and I can't explain. It takes a long time to explain the exact thing I'm doing here, but I'll try. But I have a whole lesson if you want to dive into this technique. I have a whole lesson on that topic with tabs and notation on the site. So anyway, after I do that, I go and I slow down and I play this B dominant 7 chord on the 7th fret, make a roll, and then I do this. And that is harmonic, open, hammer on, harmonic, high E string, pull off, hammer on, harmonic, pull off, harmonic, G string, harmonic, and D string. I'll do it slow. Get a B Mixolydian sound there. You can do it slower. And then I play the melody again. Same thing as beginning. Landing on this, and then I kind of did an improvised lick, and it's kind of the same as before. I did something like I think I did that in the take there, and it's just after I land on that D note and play the E minor, I go, and that's a hammer on from the 7th fret to the 9th fret on the D string. And that's a roll, B minor arpeggio, and then I bar here on the 12th fret and play this. And what is that? It's just an E minor 9, and I play harmonics. So and you definitely don't have to add that in there. I just did that spontaneously as I played it. Because I wanted to sound like a piano player, you know, playing the top notes of the chord there. Anyway, so after that part, I do the melody again. Same as before. And then I go down, play the chorus one more time as a slow tempo or free tempo. Here I did a lick. And I'll show that slowly. This is just me thinking, playing an A7 and playing an open string lick on top. And it's just a classic thing that I do sometimes. So, or I shouldn't say classic. I should say like kind of like a go-to line that I do sometimes over A. I have all these open, you know. So it's kind of like a country idea. You know, stuff like that, but I'll show you how I do it slowly. So anyway, I play just like before, G sharp diminished, and then I just play an A open note, and then I did this. And that is just an A9 thing. Slide up, resolving on a major third. So, and then I play pull off 8th to 7th, open E, pull off here from the 7th to the 6th, open B, 7th fret, open A, open G string, sorry, and then pull off from the 4th to the 2nd to open, landing on the 3rd of the chord, which is C sharp on the 4th fret, and then play the A note and then open A. That's the whole thing. I'll do it again. It's totally free tempo, so you can play it however, you know, whatever flow you want to play it, you know. I'll do it again. Something like that. And then again, just like before. And then I stay here on the G chord, just pluck it, and then the last line of the song is Penny Lane. Yeah. Sorry, starting to get tired here. So anyway, so after that part, playing G, I just pluck the G chord, and then I play an A harmonic, and then I do that line. And then I end it with this chord, which is kind of like a D major 13 chord. I'll show you that slowly. So G, playing the A harmonic, sliding up here, 6 intervals, right? And then playing the major third. With my index finger, I'm playing this chord, which is the root, the major 7, the 9th, the third, and the 13 on top. Like that. That is a tricky chord. You don't have to do that. It's stretchy. But you could play just major 7 or 6 or just a triad. But it's nice with that ending chord sound. Okay, that is the whole thing. That is the whole song. I really hope you like this version. Like I said, if you want to hear the whole performance of the song, click on the link in this description. You'll get to the performance of the song. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to answer as accurately as I can. This is an open, free tempo song arrangement, so that's why it can be tricky to explain exactly note for note, because I play it differently every time. But I'm trying to get the melody as clear as possible. So all this part, I play that differently sometimes, but the chords are really important. So you get the chords right, you try to get the melody in there in free tempo, and you'll perform it in a really nice way. And I hope you are able to pick it up from this video. Remember, you can slow down the video as well. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're following our videos here on ProGuitar.com. Remember, we have the ProGuitar official channel on Instagram, where we teach a lot of short lessons and licks and stuff. We also, of course, have the ProGuitar.com and the forum on that site, where you can ask me anything too. So thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye.